What if I told you, you too could read minds? In fighting games, the mental stack is just a list of ever-changing items that we keep in our working memory. We need it to be able to adapt to the opponent's character, style, position, and resources by weighing risk versus rewards. If you want to get way deeper into this, I suggest researching 4 topics I find very tied to this: the default mode network, psychological reactance, working memory, and psychological conditioning.
Let's go.
First, get your ego, all of it. Throw it out the window. Rank does not matter. Points are meaningless. The only thing that truly matters is the learning experience and having fun. Having an ego sets you up for failure faster than anything else you can think of. In my opinion, it occupies the most space in your mental stack. It is so bad that I have even encountered people with a higher rank than me giving up just because they lost a match against a lower rank. There we go.
Bitch!
As the information on the match develops, the mental stack grows, and that is when I have to say stop. Keep it simple. The first piece of information is the opponent's character and style. The second the match starts, you must observe the opponent and determine what they like to do. Don't just block and let them do whatever. Get in and out of range. Try to challenge them a little. This lets you assess a lot of things, including but not limited to the opponent's reactions with punish knowledge, or whether the other player is aggressive, passive, or neutral. That is the first part of the mental stack that I like to call the opponent's personality. The second part is as tricky as the first. I like to call it the battle's environment. Once you know if you're on defense, offense, or neutral, you must analyze the options that you and the opponent have at the range you both are against the resources you both have. Kami and Ryu are at full screen. Kami has full resources. As Ryu, what do? Hadouken harassment, right? Wrong. Kami doesn't have 1 but 3 full screen punishes or your Hamagadouken, V-Trigger, Spiral Arrow, EX Hooligan, and her super. But of course, you knew that, and your answer was to carefully close the distance while looking to whiff punish her V-Trigger activation attempt. But let's go a little deeper into the dark side of the mental stack. Now that you know what it is, how can you use it in defensive and offensive situations? Defensively, just keep it simple. For example, are you fighting someone that can change jump trajectory like Akuma or Mika or Kage? Use DP as anti-air instead of buttons. The 3 of them can beat buttons easily, but not DP. Only having one option simplifies your anti-air game. Offensively, you want to keep it simple, but only for yourself. You want to make your opponent's mental stack as high as you can. For example, as Kami, you get Guile into the corner. He does not have any resources. Very high on your mental stack is his flash kick, so no jumping, right? Exactly. No dive kicking either. You get a knockdown, and now he has 1 bar. So now the EX flash kick is at the highest spot in both your mental stacks, while the dive kick is still high on his stack, but it's very low in your mental stack. The opponent has so much stuff in his mental stack, and now he has the resources to do the easiest move he has available to get you away from him. Remember that humans often go for the path of least resistance. Yushimi, the EX flash comes out, and you know what comes next. The detail missing here is that all this happens in around 10 seconds, and this is the reason the mental stack is so important, because it helps you make more decisions in the time you have. The simpler you keep it, the easier it is to decide your following actions. You only did 2 things, and the opponent had to guess for 5. Now, the only reason Guile was waiting for that dive kick was because he was conditioned to expect the dive kick at some point. Conditioning is nothing else than making someone expect something so much that they try to predict it, and when they fail, you punish. If you made it to this part of the video, I just want to say thank you. Let's say that you're fighting Ken and you want to punish his crush counter attempts. You condition with standing medium kick a couple times, so he expects it, and when he whiffs, you do crouching medium kick into Spiral Arrow. Now Ken is going to expect the punish, and he is maybe going to block or use another button when he sees you poke. You just condition him a second time by punishing his button. It is that simple. A shimmy is the perfect example. Since you have thrown your enemy a couple times, they are maybe going to try and take the throw or EX next time. So you take a step back and press your punish button when you see see the throw animation or block the EX when it comes out. Lastly, I saved the most important for last. Whether a person's mental stack is high or low affects one of the most important resources in a fighting game: reaction time. If you are having trouble with someone's ground game, your anti-air capabilities are going to be slower. The same goes for everything else. Having trouble with gimmicks or even poor matchup knowledge affects your reaction time. That is why having a good understanding of fighting game fundamentals is so important. It reduces your mental stack, allowing you to concentrate on the subtle things like player style or being careful not to get conditioned yourself, and not on something fundamentally given like anti-airing. You are more likely to react to something that you are actually waiting for. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. That's it for now, and see you on stream.